Right? Today is Sunday. Did any of you guys make it to a march yesterday? Yeah, we got some marchers. Cool. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that you guys went. I had hoped to. I had Google mapped it. I had big plans of like waking up at 6 a.m. and like doing a big drive and then being there. And it was all I could do to eat breakfast and drive 5 hours and get to my gig. So I did not make it, but I was there in spirit. And I didn't even get to look at any of the coverage of it until the end of the day, because I was just pushing all day long, touring. And I got to my hotel room after my show last night, and I snuggled down and I turned on the TV, and suddenly I was watching, I was flipping between all the news channels and looking at all the footage of all the different marches around the world, and I just cried all my makeup off my face. I'm just so moved by what those kids are doing. And a friend of mine posted something on the internet today that was, if you criticize those kids, if you talk shit about those kids, you are a bad person. And I just believe that with all of my being. They shouldn't be in the position they are in right now, but what they're doing with it is really inspiring. I don't know if any of you guys are on Twitter, but I've got a Parkland Teens Twitter list. That's like the best version of Twitter, and if any of you guys want to follow it, it's a publicly available list. You can check that out. This is a song that I wrote about 10 years ago. Was it? God, yeah, it's 2018 now. So in 2008, I was a newly anointed folk singer. I'd anointed myself that by moving into my car and quitting my job and just driving around the country making songs. I figured, that made me a full-time touring musician. And it also happened to be an election year. And there was a lot of stuff on the radio at that time about immigration. And that was sort of my first election cycle as an independent adult, and I think you feel everything even more deeply the first time around. And I also kind of hadn't realized what a perennial issue immigration was. It seems like there are some issues that they pull out every 4 years to try and stir up controversy and shore up votes. And unfortunately, I think immigration is one of them. So anyhow, this was my first time through that cycle, and I was hearing all of these stories about immigration issues and about people's experiences as immigrants, especially migrant farmers. And I heard a particular interview with a man who was a translator at a series of deportation hearings. And it was his job to tell 397 people who had just been arrested for working without documentation that they were being sent home immediately. And he interviewed them as he was trying to do his job as a translator, and he shared their stories on the air. And what really blew me away was that one after another were stories of people who are here in America working hard to send money home to the people they love most in the world. And I had just moved into my car and left my family and friends behind and started driving around the country in circles trying to make a living as a musician. It's definitely a choice and a privileged position to be in, but I was also feeling kind of lonely and cut off, and I definitely identified with the thought of choosing to be away from the people that you love. But what blew me away is that people here who are working hard to send money back home don't get to see the people that they love for months, for years. Sometimes they never know when they're going to get to see them again. And not only that, but they don't even get to see the positive impact that the money they're sending home is having. They're sending money home on blind faith that it's helping, and that's enough to get up before the sun comes up and work doing physical labor under incredibly difficult conditions with no labor protection. And it just really moved me. And I wanted to write a song to sort of honor the kind of love that would send you all the way across the world to work hard far away from the people that you care about. And I also figured, as a newly anointed folk singer, I should write an upbeat jig about U.S. immigration policy. Right? That's what folk singers do. So that's where this came from. This is called Margarita. When I leave, I'll leave the sun hanging straight up in the sky. Leave the apples in their baskets, let them rot and turn white. The cold averted glances, the fear in my bones. When I leave, I'll leave the long arm and the trips behind the shed. Bundles in my mattress, shaking their heads. I will fare thee well to no one, no. Disappear. And Margarita and I take every breath till we're standing in a chapel and we're making promises. Oh, the girls will get new dresses and the boys get baseball caps. I'll answer every question and we'll dance till every last drop of celebration has been wrung out of our shoes. We'll make love till the morning, make love till we can't move. Margarita, you're the reason I've been a bad dawn. Margarita, you're the reason I've been holding on. Margarita, you're the queen of every beggar's son. Margarita, Margarita. Well, it was early in November on a cloudless sunny day. The sky grew thick with thunder and the birds all flew away. They shackled us like killers. We walked in single file. Margarita, they've been talking, but I ain't heard a word. No, I've been dreaming you could see me in my cell of steel and dirt, hidden from that sun, hanging straight up in the sky. I've been plucked like an apple left to rot, turn to wine. Margarita, you're the reason I've been a bad dawn. Margarita, you're the reason I've been holding on. Margarita, you're the queen of every beggar's son. Margarita, Margarita. Oh, Margarita, Margarita.